I want to go to a real quick topic. This is not going to take very long, but this was given to us by Kevin Vincent on the Facebook group. And he said, what is the oldest piece in your collection and why do you still have it? Why do you still love it? Okay. So we'll go around the horn. Why don't we start? We'll start with Matt.
Okay. My oldest piece, the first piece was piece I bought from you, the Sideshow premium format Batman. Saw you were selling it. At that time, I'd been watching a couple of your YouTube videos and kind of getting into, I was like, oh, that's a lot of money, And I think you sold it to me, I want to say for like between 400 and like 450. And I was going back and forth messaging you, never talked to you before, but still have it, never get rid of it. Right now it is boxed up, but I was thinking I might bring it out, and my closet has shelving and display shelving for 1/4 statues. That's probably where I'm going to put all my 1/4. But yeah, the OG premium format Batman, he's on like a gargoyle, and it's just a timeless piece.
Yep, I had forgotten about that. I forgot.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
little piece of the Bat Cave and the Bat Vault. I love it.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it. Eric, how about your oldest piece?
I wouldn't really call it the oldest. It's not really old because the same thing with my room. My collection's always rotating. I like to switch things up. I don't like staring at the same thing over and over again for a certain amount of time. I mean, pretty much everything in here feels new to me because I just started collecting 1/3 scale, I think like a year ago. But the only thing that survived when I sold off all of my quarter scale was I kept Batman Sanity, which is a 1/6 diorama. Thought about getting rid of it, but I don't know. There's something really cool about that piece. It's different. You don't really see, a diorama, but I think there's like 13 characters on that base. So yeah, I guess Batman Sanity is probably the old, if you want to call it old, in this collection as of right now. Apologize for the dog barking.
Great piece. Your dog concurs, right?
My wife just got home from shopping.
So. Nice.
There's also like drones landing in the. So I think somebody shot down a drone in my neighborhood. So.
Now the latest thing is apparently like they're missing some sort of radioactive something now, and so apparently that's what they're looking for. So that's great. That's exciting. So hopefully the drones leave your area soon, gentlemen, because I know that's got to be.
They're here every night.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
It's my daughter, actually. How'd you go?
Billy, let's go over to you.
Like Eric, I mean, I've been doing this a long time, and I've had a lot of stuff come and go. I still have the first statue that I ever bought, and that's the Sideshow Keaton '89 Batman.
Oh yeah, great piece.
Yeah, I mean, it's aside from as great as the 1/3 piece that you just got in is, and it is great. I still think for quarter scale guys, this one still holds up, and there's a lot of I got it at I went to Wizard World, which was I guess they're called Fan Expos now, right? And somebody had it there in a booth with a bunch of Funko Pops and everything. And my older son, was still in a carriage at the time, and I was pushing him around, and I had a 3-day pass. This was on a Friday, and I saw it, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, it was like $350, and I'm like, there's no way I'm paying that. And I kept passing it, and we kept passing it, and then we were coming back Saturday. It was still there, and I remember telling my wife, who was with us on Saturday, if it's there Sunday when we're leaving, I'm getting it. And so it was there. I ended up passing by, and the guy said, hey, listen, and it was in the big box. I was like, there's no way I'm going to lug this with a baby and all this stuff. And he said, I could ship it to you. And I was like, nah, I don't want to do that because then I got to pay for shipping. So what I did was I ran my wife and my son out, put them in the car, ran back in, paid for it, grabbed it, and hauled it back. And, now he's 13 years old, and it's all been downhill since then with this. So, but
can I ask you a question, actually, because you have I don't know, the people probably don't realize about well with your background, you have half of your room is like a huge sports collection, and the other half is a huge statue collection.
Oh yeah.
Do you ever sell off your sports memorabilia to make room for other things, or is that like solid in place there?
Nope. It's just like the statues. Things come and go, but it's different because sports memorabilia, it obviously depends on the player.
Is it tougher to sell?
It's some no, not the people that I collect. Like if you're a really good player, your value goes up when you break in, right? And you're a prospect, but prospects in sports are always suspect. So then if your career is on a trajectory to go up, your stuff will go up. And then if you stay a good player, you retire, your stuff goes up when you retire because there's less access to that player. He's not at the ballpark every single day. Then it goes up again if that player makes the Hall of Fame, because every time they sign their autograph, they're going to put that HOF on it. And then it goes up one more time when that player passes away, because the product is his signature, and obviously there's not going to be any more product put out there.
Yeah.
Or you could be a Michael Jordan who just doesn't sign that much. So even though he's very much alive, his signature is rare because he doesn't sign very much. So they're more expensive. But things come and go. You just don't notice it when you come here because I don't think you look at it that much.
No, I
But
do.
if you
You
think
got a lot of stuff though.
if you think the statue game is hard, sports memorabilia it's hard. From counterfeits,
Yeah.
I think all of us in the group can tell a recast, which is a counterfeit statue, a mile away, right?
Right.
With this, it's a little harder to do. PSA, JSA, they're very much involved in it. And I think, one day when we do a revamped room tour, we'll take a look at,
The other
all
half.
of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other half.
Yeah, he's got a huge sports collection.
But there's it's just like us, just like Sat, just complaining. There's cattiness, there's all of that, with all right, you have a photo. I want my signature here. There's placement of the signature, not all the way up here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's going to bring your value down because the placement, or I wanted a gold ink and you did it in blue, So all those things, placement of signatures, if the person streaked it and it didn't come out bold, that's going to bring it down, So there's a lot of stuff. And obviously, the older the player that their signature's been around, like let's say a Mickey Mantle, it's easier for them to forge because they've been practicing it for so long,
Yeah.
So you have to equate all those things into the hobby. It's pretty tough.
Okay.
It's interesting.
Yeah, but yeah, the Keaton 89 is my favorite. Don't think I'll ever sell him. He's still going for a pretty decent price, if you can find one that the cape isn't all flaky,
Yeah.
But
I love the stairs on that one. Like the
stairs, the couple of little bats that are hanging from behind the stairs that you don't even see, but the fact that they're there. And like I said, my son was in a carriage at that time, and tomorrow he's gonna help me unbox Iron Man, and he's a 13-year-old kid with a little mustache. So it's been around a long time.
It's
and
awesome.
then I was able to hunt down that quarter scale Keaton Nicholson.
Yeah.
Which is fan art.
Fan art. Yep.
And there's only 50 of those that were ever made, so they look nice together.
Yeah, I bet they do.
Yeah.
Jeff, your oldest piece.
Any scale?
Yeah, any scale.
Any scale.
Your oldest piece that you have in your collection.
Yes, right there.
Wow, nice.
Golden Age Batman.
Is that was that the Warner Brothers store?
No, I went to get my comics on a random Wednesday a very long time ago, 15 years ago or something. And this was sitting on the counter right by the register.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
So,
Is that? I feel like I've seen something recently where they're
Iron
coming out with that
Studios
again.
with the
It's
purple
the-
gloves.
Oh,
Iron Studios.
Okay.
Iron
Yeah.
Studios.
Yeah, same
I might
pose
order
too, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, very similar, but this one I like this one actually better. It's like
That's
a
awesome.
little bigger.
so my oldest quarter scale is the Samurai Batman.
Oh, nice. Well, my oldest is the sitting looking at it right here is the OG Joker.
Doesn't feel like these statues are that old. It's making me feel old.
Right there.
Yep.
So yeah, that's definitely my oldest piece. I'll never forget. Like I was kind of into Sideshow. Like I was discovering Sideshow.
Do you still have the bust too?
Yeah, I was gonna say that my other two are the Joker and Batman busts, the OG Batman and Joker busts. And it's funny because like I'll never forget. I had like my very first Sideshow piece was the Jack Sparrow. The one where he was like he's like leaning up against that barrel and he's got the map and his legs are crisscrossed. That was my very first Sideshow piece. And that's kind of what got me introduced into Sideshow. I was like, wow, this is really cool. And can't remember if my second piece might have been like an Indiana Jones, like the one where he's kind of got the knife and he's like in the temple. I had those two pieces. And then I remember at Sideshow at San Diego, they had the Joker and he was on a banner. And that was like the introduction that they got the DC license. And I was so excited. And man, what a great one to start out with. And, you know, I'll never sell that Joker. That's a piece that, you know, I've added a lot of other Jokers over the years, but
do you still use the bloody gloves? And
yeah, I've got the custom
I sent
gloves.
you that.
Was that
I
from
sent
you?
you that. I did. I sent you that. It was I commissioned the gloves and the crowbar, and then I had a deal for the statue, and that fell through. And I tried to cancel the gloves and the crowbar, and the commissioner was like, no, you know, it's already made, you know, and so he shipped it anyway. And then something happened in the process. I don't know what it was or how it happened. I paid through PayPal, and I guess he accidentally did refund me. So I got the refund, and then one day the boxes showed up. I opened it. It was the gloves and the crowbar, and I'm like, well, I don't have the statue. I then tried to hunt down the statue just because I had it, and then I was just like, yeah, you know what? By that time, I had like 2 other Jokers, and I was just like, I forget it. And I'm thinking, who has this thing? And I always saw it in the background, and I ended up shipping it to you.
Yeah, I can't believe I don't remember that. Like, that's crazy. That makes me love this piece even more now. Because I love it. Like it came with like the knife, like it was kind of like the cane where like he was pulling apart the knife, which I loved the concept, but the knife was very subtle, like you couldn't really see it very well, and so I just love the bloody gloves and the crowbar. That's what I keep on it all the time.
Yeah.
So thank you. I guess I don't know how I forgot about it, but that's awesome.
It was like 4 years ago, right?
I was gonna say, like, I think about like all the transactions and all the conversations I've had over the last 8 years. It's been a lot. So I do apologize if I forget sometimes, but that's I'm so glad to have it on that piece. But that's definitely my oldest piece, along with the Joker and Batman bust, which I've toyed selling, but I don't know if I ever can. It's so kind of iconic to the channel. And I still love them. I still love to look at them. So don't need to sell them if I don't need to. So anyway, that's that topic. You guys ready to look at photos?
So the Humble Collector UK wants to know, have we sold a piece, regretted it, and can't get it back?
Well, I've sold and bought pieces like 80 times. So, you know, bought it back. So I'm not a good one to judge, but